Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Friday night from Los Angeles, California. Man, oh man, what a day, what a day we had today, man, in the city of Los Angeles. Overall, we had no Laker game, nothing. We had nothing to do with the Lakers on the court. But we had some action in what a whole lot of people felt affected what was on the court. Now, y'all know my take on the majority about what I'm going to go over tonight. Y'all been know my take on what I'm going to go over tonight. And for those people I've made mad with this take, I'm probably going to continue to make mad as I go over this tonight. But I'm going to still stand on my take because I think it's true. And I will say this. As I was making the rounds earlier, showing support for a bunch of other channels and listening, giving them the like and giving them the watch time while I was driving or while I was at work, just trying to tap in and show love and support to everybody who was covering this because it's a big story. It's a big story. It's the biggest brand in the sport, man. So anytime anyone in that seat gets dismissed, I hate using the word fired, but I feel like everyone just been screaming fire him so much that it got just like branded into my brain, man, into my just got branded into me, man. So it's like there's a lot of people out there celebrating like they got the 2020 parade after all out here tonight, man. So first things first. I never celebrate a man losing his job. So God bless you and your family, Darvin Ham. I wish you the best. And I think in the heart of hearts, even though people were upset with the way that the season went or seasons, according to them, went, I'm sure in their heart of hearts, they hope you land on your feet. You know what I mean? So get that out the way. But we had that, man. We had the Los Angeles Clippers. Dang. Los Angeles Clippers going to Dallas and get beat today, man. We're going to cover that, man. The Los Angeles Dodgers won with a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th. We're going to talk about that. And my God, we woke up at 6:16 this morning with work from Kendrick. And then Drake tapped in later, and Drake hit him with and hit him right back. So we're going to talk about all this tonight, man. It's going to be a fun one, man. It's going to be a fun one. So first and foremost, let's talk about the matter at hand. Mr. Darvin Ham himself getting axed. Fired this morning, man. I put it out there on Twitter before it happened. Like, statistically speaking, companies like to fire people on Fridays, man. They feel it's just a better thing to do. Get them out of there, get them out of the office early. They got the weekend to think of what just happened, what just transpired. And my God, the Lakers just go with the statistics here, man. And they fired Darvin on Friday, man. So I'm gonna shout out all the content creators that was covering this earlier and actually spoke on the fact and kind of spoke a lot of truth about how what I've been kind of saying all season is that this was not all on Darvin Ham. But he had to go. He had to go because the situation was toxic. I've been saying that. Different variations, but it seems to be that the blame for Darvin Ham, I feel pretty much on everyone who was kind of covering it from that perspective of being fair. The number went between 25 to 35% blame on Darvin. And then the players, the front office, and injuries, this, that, right? But I'm in about the 30% range. So to me, I say 30 Darvin, 30 players, and then 40, the organization, right? The organization being the biggest part as a whole, right? But that's how I have it because this man should have never been hired in the first place. Because truth be told, the man acted and operated like a second-year head coach without a qualified staff. While he was empowered to hire his own staff, the Los Angeles Lakers trusted a rookie head coach to do so. I blame them. While he was hired in the first place, a rookie head coach in that seat after you just got rid of Frank Vogel, after you had LeBron James there, Anthony Davis had to put this team back together, had Russell Westbrook there. They hired a rookie head coach. I blame that on the front office and the Lakers organization. Now, once Darvin Ham got there and they put microphones in his face, literally everything he said was spun in a direction that was going to be taken wrong. I put that on Darvin Ham. Because like I said, Darvin Ham needed to hire himself a publicist, man, because I feel like every time he said something, while Darvin Ham could wake up in the morning and be like, it's a beautiful day outside, and people would be like, it's not beautiful, Darvin. You know what I mean? He couldn't say anything right to begin with, but he didn't help it. He didn't help it by how he stepped in it all the time. So I'm happy that the toxic situation is over. I'm happy that we can get back to maybe finding some coverage of Laker Nation about people just being so torn apart on a subject, right? I mean, this might be this might be one of the biggest almost like a civil war within the Laker Nation, probably since like Kobe Shaq. Like, I think it's like that deep. I've never seen anyone hated this bad in Laker Nation. I've just never seen it. Not to this extent. Never. No, never. And I've been watching this purple and gold team since 91. And I've never seen one of our own hated this much while on the job. I've seen dudes leave and come back and play against us and just get destroyed. But I've never seen anyone while still representing the Los Angeles Lakers be hated that much. I just never seen it. So my take on the situation is, I'm glad it's over. 2, I wish him well. But 3, we're not out of the woods. We're not out of the woods. We still have the same front office, the same organization, and right now the same players. Now, D'Lo's situation is going to be it's going to be very interesting, and he holds a lot of cards here, some dangerous cards for the Lakers. But at the end of the day, you know, the removal of Darvin doesn't even. That's just one piece of the puzzle, one missing piece of the puzzle of why this team has so many issues, right? And like I said, being that I put the biggest blame on the organization in the first place, if that remains intact, that I'm still not sure that I trust them to even make the next hire. I mean, we think about what's out there. I talked about Tyronn Lue about 3-4 months ago. I've been talking about Tim Connolly of late, so I expect that to pick up some steam. I knew the Ty Lue thing would pick up steam once it got mentioned once or twice on Twitter, and everyone just runs with it. I knew that was going to happen. But the Ty Lue thing, I'm not really positive or even hopeful. Like, I don't want to say hopeful, but I don't think it's going to happen. It could, yes, it could. But the Clippers are super petty, man. They be eating that petty spaghetti, baby. Like, they are so petty. So I don't think it's a coincidence that they leaked that story that they're hoping to extend him when Ty Lue's name got linked to the Lakers. Now, Ty Lue has a lot to say with that if he chooses not to extend. If he publicly says he wants out, if he tells the organization he wants out, I don't know if them or the players want a coach whose heart isn't in it there. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to fire him and let the Lakers get him for free. They may look to extort the Lakers there, and the Lakers, may not want to play ball with that. So there's a lot of things that could be problematic when it comes down to Tyronn Lue becoming the Los Angeles Lakers head coach. So I'm gonna make that clear. And all the other ones, are you guys even excited about? JJ Redick, Atkinson, Budenholzer, which is you gonna hire the mentor to the dude that you just let go? Like, that makes no sense. That would be the most Laker thing to do, though. He's got connections to Pop, man. You want a chip. Blah, blah, blah. Nah, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Terry Stotts. I mean, Terry Stotts as an assistant coach, I think would be solid. Nate McMillan for defense as an assistant coach, I think would be solid. But these guys as head coach, LeBron James, like, be careful what you wish for, Lakers, because Laker fans and Lakers, because what's out there might not be much better than what you had. And that's just the reality of it. That's just the reality of it, man. And like I said, I know that there is a lot of problems with this team. I've been telling you guys that all season. A lot. Man, pies, man. Whew. Walking off. So there's a lot of things wrong with this team, but we knew that. We've known that. Like I said, since December, I've pretty much known what this team was. You had Darvin. Let's backtrack here a little bit. You have Darvin coming in, rookie head coach. He comes in, they start 2-10. You have the Russell Westbrook situation. They go through hell literally and through February of 2023. They finally make a move a day or two before the trade deadline. Obviously, they made the move for Rui earlier, but their big move of sending D'Lo out for sending Russ out for D'Lo, Beasley, and Vando for Russ in that 2027 pick, right? After you make that move and you get what at the time was labeled as quote unquote getting the vampire out of the locker room, right? Just removing the menace to society he was labeled within the locker room. They move him on. And all of a sudden it's like they lit a match and just lit a fire under themselves. Damn near overnight, the best defense in the league. Net rating goes up. They go from 13th all the way up to the 7th seed. and they draw the number 2 seed Memphis Grizzlies. They take them out in 6. They then get the Golden State Warriors, take them out in 6, and they run up against the eventual world champion Denver Nuggets and get swept. And while those games were competitive, they got swept, right? And so ever since that happened, it's like everyone remembered the 2-10 and the sweep. No one gave Darvin any credit for that post-trade deadline and first 2 rounds of the playoffs, which I felt he deserved credit for. I said this in the offseason. I understand that because of the sweep that Ham, D'Lo, and Reeves caught a lot of heat. And I legitimately felt that that Darvin was gonna build on that and come into this season and have a stronger season. And I felt that he maybe there was a point early on in the season where I thought that he was going to kind of sway the minds a little bit of Laker Nation. I thought that was possible. I completely overshot the landing there, right? So I thought it was possible because of the way he kind of turned things around at the end of last season. So I thought it was possible prior to the sweep, right? And obviously that ended up being not the case. Too far, like it was too far gone essentially with Laker Nation. They weren't having it. And there have been people that have just been dug in on that since last season, since last preseason. My guy Reg from the locker room was literally the first guy I ever heard it. Mies was right there. Mies was second. I heard Mies was extremely early though. But in as far as like all the Laker panels and Laker channels that most of you guys go to, Mies was the first in that group. But Reg was like on this, like Reg went from I'm getting Ime Udoka vibes to I'm calling for his job, like in preseason, right? Lakers Fast Break did too. Shout out to Lakers Fast Break. So to me at the time, I'm like, yo, I'm not giving up on a rookie coach that quick. That's wild. That's wild. But a lot of people did, because then I don't want to use the word narrative in a derogatory sense. But I will say that that the crowd, the noise of the anti-Darvin crowd just continued to grow louder and louder. And you had people who were kind of like sitting in the same area I was of, yeah, he's not the best for sure, but there's other issues here. There was a lot of people in that same section that I was in, and then they just bailed, right? A lot of them just bailed, partially because they're hearing it all day from a bunch of other people, and subconsciously you're probably like, are all these people wrong? Like he's got to be, am I like he's got to be bad, right? Everyone else is saying it, right? And so a lot of people kind of just jumped ship on the share the blame thing. I think DJ, my guy DJ in Lakers at 5, shout out to DJ, man. He said that the blame pie, and I think that's a great way of phrasing that. He said that the blame pie, he gave Darvin a 25%. And like I said, DJ's got a great basketball mind. He's been around, covering for a while. But like I said, in no way, shape, or form am I or anyone else that says it's not purely on Darvin am saying that Darvin did nothing wrong. No way, shape, or form are we saying that he didn't lose the team eventually in layers. Started to lose part of it, then got it back, lost another part of it, got it back, and then everyone would just feel like like I said, the toxicness of it just tears everything apart. Which is the main reason I wanted him gone. Wasn't really for his actual coaching, believe it or not. It was because just the level of toxicness that was around the situation is why I wanted him gone, is just because it just became too much, man. You couldn't go anywhere. You had people, you had people who cover this thing who are going at it. You had people being very passionate and heated about it, and it just at that point it just has to end. It just has to end because there's almost nothing. It's almost political at this point. It's almost left and right. It's almost Pac and Big. It's almost Drake and Kendrick. You know what I mean? And you have someone that's kind of locked in on an opinion there, and they're just dug so in. They've seen enough. They've seen enough to believe to their core that they're right in what they see on both sides. On both sides, I want to be fair. And when you have that, it's a broken relationship. It's like a broken marriage. At that point, it's not coming back. It's just going to be bitter. It's going to be ugly. And that's where the Lakers were. And that's why I said it just has to end, because at that point, there was no repairing it. And today was that day. Today was that day. His overall record was not terrible, over 20 something games north of 500 in his tenure. Like I said, he did win 2 playoff rounds as a rookie and get to the Western Conference Finals as 7th seed. He did make the 7th seed this season and compete with the defending champions through 5 games. But that game 2 blunder was just rough for a lot of reasons. I feel like he caught the blame for that. But to be honest, the Lakers had already made up their minds well before the playoffs started that this guy was going to be out of there. And I told you guys on Around the League earlier in the week, and I started hitting at it at the end of immediately after the season ended, that it's going to happen. And the Lakers are drawing it out because they want to save face a little bit here and get a little bit of equity and make up for how bad sorry, man, my phone is blowing up over this Drake and Kendrick situation, y'all. I'm sure we'll touch on that. Sorry, guys. Wow, this is nuts in itself. But like I said, I knew that they were going to take their time with this because they botched the Vogel one so bad that they had to give Darvin days. They had to make it seem like they were considering it. They had to make it seem like they were going to meet with him, let him hear it first, almost let the leak kind of come from him. You know what I mean? And they did a good job in doing that. They learned from the first time how they botched it with Vogel and quite frankly, how they botched it with Luke Walton too. So they had to go about this the right way. Depending on the coach that they're trying to get, they're going to have to show that they took care of the situation the correct way. And even though they let the coaching situation get well out of hand, they had to deal with it the correct way in the end. And they did. And then, they let that go. And they even took it a step further by not only waiting until they spoke to Darvin, and essentially let him leak it, but then they also waited until they spoke to all of the assistants before that got out. So not only did they let go of Darvin Ham, the head coach, but they let go of every single assistant coach, including Phil Handy, who's like the cult favorite of Laker fans. And a lot of people were shocked by that. I wasn't. You got to clear the deck if you're going to bring in a new head coach, especially an experienced one. And he can always choose to bring Handy back, especially if he talks to Braun and AD or the players that are there and they push for it like it's a necessity to them. It's something that they really would want, and it can even help transition. But it depends on the head coach is. If it does indeed end up being Ty Lue, which again, as of right now, I don't think it will be, but that could change. He's worked for Ty Lue before. So that would be a natural fit. If it's someone else, if it's someone like a JJ Redick, or if it's someone, completely out there that hasn't worked with Phil Handy, then maybe it's not as likely, right? So a lot of things to wait and see what shakes out here, but their entire coaching staff, which was terrible all season, not just Darvin, the entire staff, the assistants were terrible. A lot of people don't know that, timeouts, challenges, reviews, a lot of that falls on the assistants. Now that's Darvin's fault for picking a very lackluster coaching assistant staff. That challenge that happened when Braun was throwing the fit and he was waiting for the assistants to look at the iPad and the refs gave the ball to Denver too quick. Like Darvin at that situation should have just did the challenge, because what happened was Darvin didn't. Denver got the ball in quick. It did end up technically burning the Lakers, but it was another narrative for Darvin to get kind of filleted for, right? So what happened was in the next game, Darvin went against his principles and listened to the internet and listened and to the takes about not calling the challenge for Braun, and used all of his timeouts and used his challenge. And at the end of the game, when Jamal Murray hit that shot, he didn't have a timeout to spare. So I know there's a whole debate about the timeout thing. And I'm just here to tell you this. You guys have heard me say this before. Obviously, not taking a timeout for an entire quarter or something like that would be lunacy. Obviously, he never did that. But what I'm saying is the narrative of the timeout calling situation, if you talk to anyone who's ever coached this game and listen to them break it down, it's not all what you think. It's not. Now, there are sometimes some things are mutually exclusive, right? So sometimes it could be detrimental. to not use it. Absolutely, it can. Sometimes it can be detrimental to use it during a run for the other side. And you think I'm kidding, but ask anyone that's ever coached. I'm dead serious. And Darvin never really grasped the in-game management. Majority of the coaches out there, their preparation and all that's pregame. All of that's pregame. You see typically a lot more in-game adjustments come playoff time, but during the regular season, it's pretty much strategy. You stick to the game plan, and you kind of go from there unless you just completely seek out a mismatch or something happens and you spot something that maybe you didn't prepare for, and then you pivot. But outside of that, majority of it happened before the game even started. Phil Jackson rarely coached during games. His stuff was always in advance. Now, I understand that Phil Jackson is Phil Jackson, and I understand his timeout situation. And people say, well, he's Phil Jackson. He's got how many rings? True. But he also did that as a rookie coach. He also did that as a year 2 coach. He also did that as a year 3 coach all the way to the end of his career. He started doing that as a rookie. So Darvin is not the first. Popovich did that all the time. Popovich would do shame timeouts, not strategy timeouts, not stop a run timeout, not get a breather timeout. Popovich would call a timeout 30 seconds into the second half just to shame and embarrass his team. There was no strategy there because he would walk to half court while his players went and sat on the bench, and he wouldn't even talk to them at all. Matter of fact, he would turn his back to them as if they disgusted him. Now, mind you, this was fresh out of the locker room. This is 30 seconds after the ball inbounded in the third quarter and the team scored. The other team scored, or they ran a bad play when they had the possession to open the half. Now, y'all tripping. I know you don't watch basketball if you never saw that before, because they was on TNT. They was on national TVs all the time, and he did that. Fresh out the locker room, or 30 seconds into a game. He would do this into a game. The beginning of the game. If they botched the first defensive assignment or the first offensive play that he decided to run, he would call a timeout within 30 seconds of the start of a game. But he did it to shame. He did it to shame his players. So like I said, a coach has to be let to do his thing and get the players to buy in. The problem in that that's why the Lakers tried to back Darvin up publicly. That's why they tried to put feelers out saying that they're sticking with him, that they're giving him the season, because they were trying to allow Darvin to have that aha moment and that moment where he and the team click. And you know what? They almost had it, like in February. But like a little after the trade deadline, on that road trip where they went, I think, 5-1. Everyone was saying the right things, talking the right things. It felt like all the channels were saying the Lakers turned the corner. And I was like, I still got trust issues, right? It felt like maybe they found something. Maybe, right? And again, I am no way, shape, or form. I want to be clear about this because I know I'm not looking at the chat yet. I'm pretty sure people are already coming for me. I am in no way, shape, or form comparing Darvin Ham to Phil Jackson or Greg Popovich or even a Larry Brown who did the same thing. It's not what I'm doing. I'm just adding some context here because I think that's important. Context is very important. So I want to be clear because I'm already sure I'm taking hits, that I'm not comparing him to them. I am not. However, I would say go back and look at their first year and look at Darvin's first year. But what I'm saying is Darvin never really was able to sit comfortably in that seat. And some of it is his fault. Some of it is the player's fault. A lot of it is the organization's fault. Not being able to seal any like quality buyouts, not being able to get any meaningful trades done this season. Even in the offseason, not being able to land Bruce Brown, who was their top priority, that fell apart. You have to then pivot to to Gabe Vincent, who ends up being hurt all year. You extend Vando, who's missed 80% of the year. Right? You Christian Wood kind of falls in your lap because literally no one else wanted him. He had a terrible season. So your main additions ended up being subtractions because you added Gabe to replace Dennis and Gabe didn't play. Vando to replace hurt Vando at the end of last year and he didn't play. And then Christian Wood to be that scoring lengthy big next to AD that could help with the rebounds, help with the length, could score, and was great in those games playing those wings. Like if you see those early games against Phoenix, when they were doubling KD up high with all that length on the top, KD would just throw the ball anywhere and it would just get intercepted left and right like a panicked quarterback because the length of AD and Christian Wood cost him fits. And then Christian Wood just fell off the map. And before you blame Darvin Ham for that, there was a game in Houston where AD was out, the first game of the season in which he missed. They start Christian Wood. He scores 0 points and takes one shot. So nothing just seemed to work. Nothing seemed to work. And it be that way sometimes. You've seen so many teams, so many seasons, so many years of teams put together. Look at Phoenix. Now, I wasn't one that really bought into that, what was going on in Phoenix, because why they got those three scorers, there's one basketball. It's Frank Vogel, which I'm not shaming Frank Vogel. What I'm saying is he's a defensive guy, and you got him out there with three offensive monsters, a short bench, no real money to improve your team, and no point guard. Now he's catching heat and may get fired because he should have never been hired in the first place. You see this trend here? And that's what I'm saying. You think these things are going to work, and they look great on paper. Paper look great till you get a paper cut, let me tell you. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot to a lot of teams. Philly goes into the season. Harden demands a trade. You get him out of there. Joel Embiid gets hurt. Maxey has a career year. They finish 7th. They draw the New York Knicks in the first round. Give them hell. But because they end up 7th, they don't have home court advantage. These things happen. Milwaukee Bucks trade for Damian Lillard. Give up all their defense. Fire their rookie head coach before half the season. And bring in Doc Rivers. And then go out in the first round because their stars got hurt. And they're probably going out anyways because they couldn't defend. But that wasn't Adrian Griffin's fault. That front office went out, made the trade for Dame, got rid of one of the best defensive point guards in the league, replaced them with probably one of the worst defensive point guards in the league, and gave his running mate as Malik Beasley. That backcourt is worse defensively than the Lakers. And they thought they can win a championship with that. And that's all I mean. I'm just adding context. I'm gonna get to these comments in a second, y'all. I'm gonna get there. Like I said, I'm sure I'm getting killed on some levels. But I think context is important. I think everyone needs to for those who wanted him gone, he's gone. For those who wanted him gone just because they wanted this over with, like myself, he's gone. But I really do wish Darvin the best, man. I hope he gets another job. I hope he gets with a team that he can not sit there and have all this pressure. That is not an easy seat to sit in. And I hope the man gets another chance, as I do hope Adrian Griffin gets another chance. And like I said, I will never celebrate a man getting fired. Even though he's getting paid 2 years to do nothing if he doesn't work. Still, I never celebrate a man, woman. I never celebrate anyone getting fired. But outside of that, it was inevitable. It needed to happen. And, there's a lot of people that were happy as a result of it. And, I'm not upset that it happened. I don't want to be clear about that. I'm not like sitting here how could you fire him? That's not what I'm saying, because it had to be done. I'm not upset that Handy's gone. You know what I mean? Because, our players really ain't developed, you know what I mean, the last few years. So, but he still may come back. But yeah, man, I'm curious to know in the chat who y'all think is going to be the next head coach, man. Very curious to see. Because I'm not entirely I'm entirely sure who it's going to be, man. Not entirely sure who it's going to be, man. Because I don't think it's just as easy as I don't necessarily think the candidates are that great. Even if the Lakers were going to go and quote unquote like buy another head coach from someone, get a team to let him go, or maybe trade for a coach. It hasn't been done for a while, but you can do it. I'm not even sure who. Like Ty Lue is the obvious one, but I just don't think the Clippers are going to want to partake in that. It takes two to tango, and the Clippers are. I see you search. I just happen to randomly look Lucky, the new head coach. The Clippers are going to make that messy. Clippers will make that messy, man. So I'm not entirely sure. And I know you have the camp of no more rookie head coaches. But what if you miss out on the next gem with that mentality? What if you miss out? The coach of the year for Oklahoma City was a rookie head coach. Not this year, but I mean, they hired him as a rookie head coach. Taylor Jenkins in Memphis, they hired him as a rookie head coach. Right? Now, I understand we've been burned by rookie head coaches who came from winning situations. Luke Walton was an assistant on the Golden State Warriors staff. Didn't work out. Darvin Ham was an assistant on the championship Milwaukee Bucks staff. Didn't work out. So if you got Adelman's kid up there in Denver, who's a hot commodity, similar situation, an assistant on a championship team, the Lakers got some PTSD when it comes to that format. However, if you do get someone like him and you add a Terry Stotts or Nate McMillan or both, then you're in much better shape with that decision. And that's what it is, man. And but up and coming young guy like that can get into a bidding war. And if it's JJ Redick or Adelman, I probably lean towards Adelman, but it's going to cost you more. It's going to cost you more. Although it would be wild. It would be wild if if the Lakers hired JJ Redick and their head coach and their top player had a podcast weekly while coaching and playing for the Lakers. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. That would be bananas, man. That would be bananas. Let me rip through these chats real quick. Y'all been waiting a while. Y'all been waiting over 30 minutes. Let's see. We got Rob. What's going up with you, man? Appreciate you. Craig, what's up, man? Daniel Berry Sports highlights. Dodgers did walk it off. What's up with you, man? I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. One Peruvian guy, FYF Sports Debates. My guy Lamont. What's up with you, man? Excuse me. I'm still dealing with this cough, man. I'm sure they did. You speak like a coach, Lamont, and a lot of the people who speak like a coach, and you're on you're a higher level coach than I reach. So I look to you. Just because while we're on the same wavelength and the same page, I don't always, and I honestly don't expect. I think a lot of people. I'm trying to phrase this because I don't want to use the wrong word or upset anybody. But you could watch basketball for 20 years, 25 years, 15 years, whatever amount of time you've watched basketball for an extended period of time. Like I said, it could be a very long period of time. Very long. But if it's only been watching basketball and you weren't like involved within it, it's a little different, right? It's a little different. So someone like Lamont, who coaches at club level, like he has a different perspective on it. So like sometimes when he's talking about the coaching aspect of the game, he could have his own basketball takes and he's not going to be right 100%. No one is. It's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to what happens in those huddles, between those lines on the sidelines, like he's going to know more than the average fan. That's just a fact. But yeah, I figured they would, Lamont. I figured they would. Eric Kwan, what's up, my guy? Gilbert Vega, what's up with you, sir? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your continued support and for being a member. Yeah, man. The Clippers clip, man. The Clippers clip, man. And honestly, like it's, their fans, give us a lot of hell and they make all these issues and all that, right? But at the end of the day, I did hate to see them go out like that. I did hate to see them go out hurt. I want to see them lose, get beat healthy, right? And it didn't happen. So it's kind of hard to like make fun of a team that was hurt because again, I don't want to see anyone get fired. And I hate seeing injuries. It's part of the game. I understand it, but it happens every single year. Every single year. To the point where it's like I didn't even take it serious because like Kawhi's gonna be out. It's just gonna happen. I'm like, Kawhi's gonna be out. Harden's gonna fall apart. Russ gonna be Russ. PG gonna do his be all world one game, be Palmdale P the next. Like, it's just a weird situation, man. They just need to blow that up, man. They just need to blow that up, man. DJ Killer, what's up, my guy? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. He said, I've been said Darvin had to go. I got mocked and ridiculed. I don't know how you were mocked. I mean, there was, I want to say like majority of Laker Nation, like a lot of people felt that way. I felt like I was getting mocked a lot for saying that it's not all his fault. What's up with you though, man? You guys will regret it. That's comedy. That's comedy. Big Baby, what's going on, sir? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. He said, I'll take you an assistant at GCU with me. Yeah, man. Darvin make a great assistant. He has in the NBA too. I can't wait for the Wolves and Nuggets tomorrow. That's going to be fire, man. Win Jeannie Bus. We'll see. It's only a win if they do the right thing on the new hire, man. Wolves have a great chance, especially with Murray and KCP banged up. They do have a chance. They do have a great chance, man. But you know, I mean, until I see them be able to get Denver to fall apart in the clutch, they're gonna have to blow Denver out. Because if it's a close game down the stretch, I think Denver's gonna get them, man. And like I said, experience matters in this league. And Denver has all that, man. Where my apologies at? I don't know anyone who got ridiculed for that though, DJ Killer. I don't know what channels you've been on, but I mean, like majority of the people that I've been, you know, out here when we're around, it's pretty much everyone saying that he should go. I didn't hear too many people saying or backing him up. I didn't hear a lot of people backing him up. What's going on, my Court Kings brother? What's up, graphic guy Chris? What's up with you, man? Hope you're having a good night. He said, "Go Mavs." Yeah, man. Yeah, that shout out to my peoples from We Talk Mavs. I'm sure they're having a ball tonight, man. I think they went live. I think maybe going live now. I just, you know, got home and I was out with family. Got home and, you know, I wasn't able to go live earlier when the news broke. So I'm like, I owed the people a video tonight. So I'm here now. But yeah, I'm sure they're wilding out, man. You know, part of the reason why I'm legitimately low-key kind of hoping Denver gets out of this round is because I want to see Luka versus Joker in the Western Conference Finals. I want to see that. And I want to see Luka on the brightest stage in the finals, man. I just want to see that already. I just really, really, really want to see you, man. Happy go lucky. What's up with you? Appreciate you, man. Tamika, hello. Hope you're doing well. Quality Kev says, what an eventful day. An eventful day as man. I'm pretty sure this chat might be split Drake Kendrick. So I'm curious, man. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you think Drake is winning right now, and a 2 in the chat if you think that Kendrick is winning right now, man. Curious to hear what y'all thought. 1 for Drake, 2 for Kenny, man. Let me know. Ham cooked. He's cooked ham right now for sure. Darvin Scamberger finally got fired, man. Lewis, what's going on, sir? What's good with you, man? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. It is more than Darvin Ham. It is, Eric. And eventually, like, you know, if they run back majority of the same team, they got another head coach out there next year. While there could be improvements, I think a lot of people are going to kind of see the same thing. Let's see. This coaching search is looking bleak. Sounds like Ballmer is going to overpay Lou to keep him. Who would you hire for head coach? What's up, Nicholas Clark? And that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. It's slim pickings out there right now. And I don't really know. No one jumps off no one jumps off like, this is obvious. Let's go get it. Let's go get this. This is the best available candidate. Lakers, go pay for this man. Go get him. There's no one, but maybe Lou, which the Clippers, if they got rid of Lou, they're going to be in the same situation. Who the hell you replace him with? So it's like one hand kind of like, you know what I mean? It doesn't, I can see Lou leveraging the Lakers to get a bigger bag from the Clippers. Like this could all be just a ploy. So it's going to be tough to make that happen because he may be the top candidate out there with only 1 year left on his contract with no extension yet. So they're going to leverage that. And I think Tyronn Lue's a clutch client, isn't he? If my memory serves me correctly. Fofo, what's up, sir? Him getting fired feels like like we won banner 18. Oh man, no way, it's not that. Omari, what's going on, man? Appreciate you, brother. L Flippers. Yeah, the Clippers took the L, man. I'm late here, so I don't know what you're laughing at here. How is everyone? I'm good. Hope everyone else is as well. Jeremy AC, what's going on, sir? What's good, my G? I like JJ as coach for us for the future. He was a great shooter and brings some refreshing. Other than him, it's all recyclables. Yeah, and you just don't know what you're going to get with him, right? We just don't know. He's never done it before. He's never even been on a bench. He's never been an assistant, never been nothing. Is Bob Myers better right now than Pelinka? That's a good question. It's a fair question. Me personally, I want Connolly from Minnesota, man. He built Denver. He's got Minnesota, trending in the right direction now. He's done it for 2 franchises. While I give Bob Myers his credit because he definitely didn't mess up the Warriors, well, there were a couple things that he didn't do too wisely. But he didn't draft Clay, he didn't draft Steph, and technically he didn't get Durant. That was the players. So it's like I think some of the credit to Myers. I think he's kind of getting credit for some of the stuff he did not do. However, it doesn't mean he's not. He didn't mess it up brutally. Like he didn't mess it up. Like Dre and KD both kind of said how they kind of messed up some things. They did that on Chipped, on that one where they were talking. They had that sit down. It just depends if you take them at their word for it. He did some things knowing that KD is sensitive and joked around with him about a pay cut in a press conference, and KD looked at him like he was nuts. There's been a couple of things that Bob Myers has done that, I don't know. The pressure in LA, I don't know. I would take Connolly if it was me. If Connolly was able to be had, and he might be. He's got an option in his contract. And from what I understand is he took that job with the understanding that A-Rod and his partner were going to take over ownership from Glenn Taylor, and that he was going to work for the ownership group that's the one he wanted to work for. So maybe he does not, want to stay for a legal battle. Who knows what comes out of this? This could be dragged out. Funds could be frozen. He may not be able to make the moves he wants to make. It could get messy. So maybe he will consider the Laker move. And I would take that over. I will take that over Myers for me. Ham is trash. Thank God Ham is gone for life forever. People are happy, man. People are happy. Quality Kev says 0 final appearances ever since they changed their logo to LA our way. Well, to be fair, Quality Kev, they never made the finals before that either. So, but I get what you though. I get what you're saying. Patrick, what's up, sir? I got used to Fire Ham rage, and I feel like I'm going to miss Ham and he's Fire Ham rage on the internet. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of these content creators are gonna have to find something else to do. Find something else to do on, because that thing was drawing views, bro. Let me tell you, and became very easy to not have to think of content and just get up there and just go anti-Ham on every platform, and essentially get your views and your clicks, right? Well, that's gone now. So you got to get back to work, and we'll see what happens here, man. Let's see. Clippers are gone. Yeah, they are gone. They're definitely gone. Omari says Rob got to get some heat too. Rob got to get a ton of heat. Rob got to get a ton of heat, like he in the sun all day. Ton of heat, man. Ton of heat, like he's facing Miami, man. Ton of heat. And you could argue that at this point he might be deserving of his walking papers, right? A lot of executives might not have survived this. There's a weird dynamic there in Laker Nation, y'all. Weird dynamic. A lot of conflict of interests. A lot of weird dynamics. It's Jeannie, for all intents and purposes, is a very sentimental governor, very sentimental owner, and for her to have to fire essentially Kobe Bryant's best friend, Gigi's godfather, and at this point one of Vanessa Bryant's best friends. That's got to be really hard for her, and it's business. It's not personal, and I understand it probably has to be done. But again, context in a vacuum, he's probably out of there. But when you add that type of context to it, man, it's tough. It's tough, and she's gonna struggle with that. It might have to come to Rob stepping down. It might have to come to that. Because I don't know if Jeannie has an in her to do it. I honestly don't know. We have to wait and see. Charlie, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Rob got to go. Okay, we just touched on that. Eric says organization is the biggest part of the bigger issue. This I agree with. It's a parade inside my city. Yeah, what's going on, Miguel? Appreciate you for tuning in, brother. What? Hold on. Search agrees with me? Search been like, nah, son, with me for a bit. Search been a little like, looking at me sideways, searching for me sideways. Like, what's up, Serge, man? Appreciate you, brother. KD says, today's a good day for a B-Day. Bye, Clips. Hey, happy birthday, KD. Appreciate you turning on your birthday, brother, man. Thank you, man. Pahez is clutch, man. I'm so glad they gave him all those reps in the minors, man. He stayed fresh. He stayed ready. Now look what he's doing. I did not want him up here in the big league club sitting on the bench just rotten. He got down there. He was staying ready. Now he's cashing in. I told you the Dodgers were not going to play this year. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. Speaking of telling y'all, man. Let's see. Do I got to get Ron here? Okay. Hold on. We got over, I think about 100 people in the building right now. 34 likes on the video, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ron, help me out, bro.
Acknowledge me, please.
Yeah, come on, man. Acknowledge me and drop a like on the video, man. Come on. It's free. It helps the channel out. Subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have not done so already, that also goes a long way to help out the channel. And search me and search and all that it is his greatness. I'm sure that he's down there dropping all the links there, where to become a member. All the links are in the description as well. Go ahead and become a member to Empire Jeff TV. We got 3 different tiers. For less than the cost of lunch, you can get a membership for an entire month with Empire Jeff TV, man. Some member-only videos, member-only vlogs, some giveaways, including from Fanatics. Speaking of Fanatics, if you do shop on Fanatics, please make sure to use our link. Search has it in the description. In the chat. I've also got it in the description. The good people at Fanatics have partnered with us over here at Empire Jeff TV. So when you place an order with Fanatics and you use our link, they will donate a portion of that order towards the channel, which helps the channel grow. So we would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. Also join us over on Playback at playback.tv/Empire Jeff TV to get the basketball coverage that you love and deserve, watching and covering the games live, man. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Search. Thank you for all the mods who put in the work over here, man. And thank you for all who's tuning in here on a Friday night, man, when there's a ton to do, man, watching all these hoop highlights, listening to Kendrick, listening to Drake, breaking that down. But Darvin Ham got fired today, man. And for a lot of Laker fans, that was like Christmas. So we got to be here to cover it, man. Speaking of it, there's Search with the link right there. Appreciate you, Search. Who can be the leader of this team? Well, it's supposed to be Bron, Omari. Supposed to be Bron. Supposed to be. But Bron wasn't really doing too much leadership this year. Bron really wasn't. I feel like Bron has gone backwards since 2020. And I'm not shading Bron. I'm not speaking of a place of hate. I'm not hating on Bron. Not even like I'm not bashing Bron. I'm just telling the truth. Shout out to my guy Young Africa. He flat out said, he goes, well, when Bron needs to lead, he'll lead. If he doesn't feel the team is worthy, why he said that as a Bron guy. And I'm like, well, a leader leads. A leader doesn't flip on and off a light switch, doesn't flip off the switch of leadership. And while I think that LeBron had probably one of the best examples of leadership I've ever seen in any sport in the bubble, I feel it has gone backwards since. So I can sit here and say it probably was the best act of leadership I've ever seen in 2020. I can put him on that level of praise. So then I also have the right to say that it has gone nothing but backwards since then. I honestly do believe that. When do we place the blame on the front office? We traded Russ for D'Lo instead of Conley. They're my top blaming source right now. They're my top one right now. Matter of fact, yeah, we had to reconstruct that trade to make it happen to get D'Lo in that because they didn't want Conley. Then Minnesota got him and extended him. So yeah, there's that. What's up, James CJ Caldwell? What's up, sir? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, brother. Quality Kev said, I have a feeling that this is one of many moves this Laker offseason. Oh, well, there's going to be a ton of moves this offseason. I mean, a ton. The Lakers going to have 3 first-round picks able to move, 3 unprotected first-round picks. They got very friendly contracts, and they're open for business. Plus, it's that new, the full new boogeyman of the new CBA hits this summer. Teams are going to get a little frisky there, man. Teams are going to get a little froggy. And the Lakers are going to be ready for them to leap. There are going to be guys become available that no one has talked about. There's going to be teams looking to clear their decks that no one is talking about. And the Lakers are going to be well-positioned to oblige. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Fo, what's going on, man? He said, Ty Lue said in his press conference that he wants to be long-term Clippers coach, and hopefully they solidify a contract extension. About Laker reunion, said it's good to be wanted. Yeah. Like I said, I don't expect him to say nothing else right now. He's gonna play his cards right? Because if his number one objective is to get paid, and maybe if he wants to, if he does want to stay there, he does want to get as much as he can. Having that Laker interest to leverage that would be smart, and that's what he should do. Let me see, what am I catching up here? One Peruvian guy, what's up, man? But what has Lue done lately? Is he getting Doc Rivers passed? Well, I mean, to be fair, like they're always hurt. Right? And it's kind of hard to blame Lue. I know it's funny because we have Laker fans that blame Darvin for everything. I know a lot of Clipper fans that blame Ty Lue for everything. And it's hard to blame him when their best player is out every single playoffs. Big Baby says, to be honest, I don't think he's coming to the Lakers. I think he's going to stay with the Clippers. As of right now, I think so too. That could change. That's what I feel like right now. We drafted JHS over Jaquez. We got Wood and D'Lo in trade rumors in December. We let go of Caruso. We traded KCP, Kuz, and Harrell. Harrell I don't care about. Not to mention they failed with Ty's first contract negotiation. Yeah, those were all bad. And when you stack them all up together, it is obviously very bad. When you break those down individually, there are arguments for some of them, but when you stack it all together, it's just bad. It's just bad. Like I said, a lot of teams pack on Hawkins Jr. A lot of teams passed on Whitmore. A lot of teams were looking to trade up with the Lakers to get JHS. So it just, like I said, sometimes the plans just don't work out. It just didn't work out. And it did not work out. Almost every button that the Lakers pushed this offseason seemed to hit them with a it just didn't work. Every button they pushed just did not work. Let's see. Dennis says he just said after the game he wants to stay with the Flippers. Okay, thank you guys for the information. I'm not watching it. I was here checking it with y'all, man. What's up, bro? You're absolutely right. The Lakers firing Ham is just part of the problem. Thank you. I've been getting kind of attacked. I've gotten threats. I've been threatened through DMs. I've had people call me a clown, bum, retarded, ignorant, remedial. I've had them race shame me because they're saying I shouldn't be able to talk about basketball. All this because I've said this same thing all season, right? And it's cool because I really could give zero F's about it. Like the internet is just a weird place, and I don't really consider myself an internet person. I could, in my mind, I'm like living a dream world where I feel like I have my own sports talk radio show. Like, right? That's how I see it in my mind, right? That's all I do. I come here, I talk sports with y'all. I really don't entertain the internet stuff. I'm not over there looking through timelines on Twitter. I'm not scrolling. Like I don't really do all that. I try to un-internet myself. I try to like take it back to like 88 or something before internet was really popular or something, right? Like I try to un-internet myself to remove myself from all the damaging craziness that comes with it and just treat the internet as my radio station. And that's kind of how my approach to it is. And it's much, much better mental health wise. But in the meantime, in between the time of that, I'll still be catching strays. You know what I mean? I still catch a lot of shade, sub hate, sub disses. I catch a lot of stuff, right? Just for having a simple basketball take. Nothing ever personal, never going after a person directly, just a basketball take. You've never heard me come for anyone individually other than sports takes. And I catch heat. You know what I mean? I catch heat. And it's all in the game, though. It's all in the game. But like I said, I haven't flip-flopped. Most people flip-flop the whole season. Back and forth. Flip-flop on D'Lo. Flip-flop on Braun. Flip-flop on AD. Flip-flop on the team. I've been pretty consistent. Man. Sun up, sun down is Jeff. I've been pretty consistent all season. So y'all gotta give me that. Not many great options out there. I agree. Kurt, what's going on, sir? Saying what's up to everybody. Let's see. Chat, too much going on today. Darvin's Drake Family Matters and K-Dot's Meet the Grams. Oh my God, that was I got receipts that predicted this whole thing too that's going on right now. I'm not even kidding y'all, man. I'm not even kidding y'all. Like, let's see. I look forward to us complaining about the Lakers head coach. Yeah, it's coming, man. Such a clock. Bring Ham back. No. Let's see. Dennis. Nah, they're all better than Ham. He was the worst coach they had or tried. With Charlie Brown getting fired after 5 games. Yeah, and look how great of a coach he's turned into, right? So, like I said, I would say that the situation was the worst I've ever seen a Laker coach have. I wasn't here for the Paul Westhead. Like I wasn't old enough to experience that. I did the Del Harris. I was part of the Del Harris experiment. That was kind of rough. Even though they made playoffs, it was just, he just wasn't using guys. Like he was holding back Kobe. The short, like the Rudy Tomjanovich, Frank Hamlin years, right? And then Phil coming back, then Mike Brown, right? And then D'Antoni, Byron Scott, Luke Walton, Vogel, Ham, right? So I've seen it all. I've seen it all from that perspective. But I would say that this is by far the worst situation that I've seen. I do think that Darvin Ham was a better coach than Luke Walton. I do believe that. Let's see. Miguel says, I love Trey, but I'm not giving up too much for him either, especially since he got hurt this year. Honestly, Jeff, I want to take a smarter approach to the offseason. I would love a smarter approach to this offseason. I would have loved a smarter approach to the 22 offseason. I would have loved a smarter approach to the 23 offseason. I didn't really hate the 23 offseason. I didn't really hate that one. It just didn't work. And like I said, hindsight's 2020, right? The same people that are bashing all these Laker moves now were people that were praising them in July. Let's just keep it a buck, man. DJ Killer says Darvin was bad for 2 years for a litany of reasons. Good word, man. Good word, DJ Killer. Reggie from the locker room grabs on everyone as soon as someone debates with him. He kicks them off his YouTube channel. He's never kicked me off. Well, I've never been on his panel, but I've had pushback. I push him back in the chat. He's never booted me. Shout out to Reg. Reg is an entertaining guy, man. He's an entertaining guy. His show, I like Reg's show, man, because like I could just zone out and just like it's entertaining. His battle with the chat, his battle with the panel when they come up, his clips of other shows, his soundboards. Reg knows what he's doing, man. Reg knows what he's doing, man. He's entertaining for sure. DJ Killer says his own players basically said he was bad. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I'm old enough to remember when players complained about Phil Jackson. You know what I mean? I'm old enough to remember when Steven Jackson complained about Greg Popovich. I'm old enough to remember when Kawhi Leonard wanted out of there because of that situation there. Like I said, so this is not mutually exclusive to the Los Angeles Lakers or Darvin Ham. This isn't as uncommon as people think. I'll tell you this. More championship teams than you can imagine that actually win a championship win it while there's major beef going on or issues within the locker room or staff. Like, that's a fact. Think back to when the Golden State Warriors won and David West came out and said, if you only know what this team went through this season. Like, it's not totally abnormal for teams that have to deal with that stuff. But when you don't have the leadership or the championship qualities to dig yourself up through it, that's kind of where you find yourself in, to be honest with you. Clive, what's going on, sir? What about Rondo? See, Rondo is someone I've advocated for being part of the staff. And I'll tell you this, again, I spoke on this the other night. Rondo was in attendance the day of the trade deadline, sitting courtside with the Lakers. And I talked about this on a couple of shows previously. I heard that the Lakers were considering bringing him in as borderline like a consultant to help with like the video breaking down and preparation and stuff like that, to kind of help with that. I didn't get any indication that they were looking to remove Darvin to make him their head coach. And I'm not 100% positive that he's in the running as a head coach now, but I would not mind Rondo starting his coaching career as an assistant on the Lakers bench, being one that could really, really, really be part of the film room situation. And wherever AD seems to be when Rondo is on that team, whether playing or just in the vicinity, AD seems to be better. I feel like he can reach AD, he unlocks AD, and maybe he can do that from a coaching standpoint. So I would love Rondo as an assistant. I just don't know about a full-fledged head coach yet. Today was a good day. Ham fired and Clippers eliminated. Yeah, Chris, what's going on, sir? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Dennis says the couldn't coach in the moment, real time, whatever you want to call, not good. Yeah, his in-game feel, Dennis, his gut of reacting in-game adjustments or just reaction or instinct. Yeah, I totally agree with you. But to be honest with you, a lot of coaches struggle with that. A lot of them do. And Darvin did as well, without a doubt. Craving Minion, salute to you, man. What's up, man? If LeBron don't come back, how much of the cap will be freed? Pretty much not much. Bron is coming back, so I wouldn't even entertain it. The Lakers are well over the cap, so even if Bron opts out, they'd still be over the cap, and they wouldn't really be able to do anything. Now, if he opts out, if D'Lo opts out, and like they trade one of those other contracts, they can make moves, but there's really no one out there to sign this year. The free agency pool is pretty thin this season, this offseason. So, but Bron's coming back. The D'Lo situation is what we got to keep our eye on and pay attention to. That one is going to get very, very interesting soon. Clive says, we need someone cerebral like Rondo or JJ Redick. We need someone who can be on par with or greater than LeBron in terms of basketball knowledge. I do, but it also has to be to translate to a coaching staff and translate to in-game. Right. You got to be careful of falling for what we did with Darvin Ham. Be careful of what people fall for with Doc Rivers. Be careful what people still continue to fall for with Mark Jackson, is when they put a microphone in front of them and they're able to talk and break it down. But then when you get on those sidelines, it all goes to hell. Right. So you got to be careful with just hearing someone on a microphone that we've never seen them lead a ship before. You got to be careful with that. I don't get how everybody seems to be excusing how bad Darvin really was. I can go down the line of why he needed to go. No one's excusing the DJ Killer, and I've mentioned that numerous times. I'm just saying he is not the only issue with this Los Angeles Laker team. And that's been kind of my beef with all season. As I continue to say that, I feel like no one is hearing the main point of what I'm actually saying. As far as the playoffs last year, the talent on the team superseded his coaching. That's why he gets no credit. Steve Kerr was quoted as saying that Darvin outcoached him, and that's a multiple championship head coach. So I'm kind of inclined to listen to the professional there. Shan, what's going on, sir? I'm going to be honest about the Clippers. We can say what we want about Westbrook, Harden, PG, but Kawhi never there. Kawhi is a problem. Let's be honest. Clippers need to cut the cord. I agree with you, Shan, that Kawhi's health is a problem, but they're not going to cut the cord because they just extended him. So they're kind of stuck. And it's going to be interesting. Do they now not resign Harden and not resign Paul George and try not to be in that second apron and just go into the new arena with Kawhi and try to go from there? I have no idea which path they're going to take here. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard, ligament Leonard is absolutely the problem. That knee. And it sucks. It sucks. Again, I'm not celebrating that. I'm not celebrating him being hurt. That's not cool. I'm not going to celebrate that. But as far as their fans go, as far as the fans go, what does he say? Because if it's me, it's always you, right? So it's yeah, they can get to getting with that though. But outside of that, I feel bad for Kawhi. I really do. He's a local product. Never personally rooted against him. I like talking trash. He's a funny guy, from his standoffishness. But outside of that, I don't celebrate him being hurt. But I do agree with you though, Shannon, 100%. Let's get the assistant coach of the Denver Nuggets. I don't know his name, but it's rumored he is shortlisted candidates. That is Adelman. That's Adelman, and like I said, he is, but he might be expensive. But then you got to be really prepared for some top tier assistants. Some really top tier assistants. Micah, what's good, bro? LeBron and Kawhi need to play with each other on the Cavs. Pause, but on the Cavs. Cavs ain't gonna be able to make that work. Pajes, yeah. Great play for Pajes today. Darvin is an idiot. Who else did y'all need to see? DJ Killer Roller right now. He overused his timeouts. That's on him. Overused? He's been accused of underusing. I'm confused, man. Purple and Gold said, "Hey Jeff, I was listening to Tyler Presser. Seems like he wants to stay for a long time. We'll see, bro. We'll see." Okay, let's see. Okay. You can look at the game and tell Phil didn't always coach. He was letting them boys figure it out. Yeah. Again, that was Phil's kind of, it was very zen hippie-ish. And again, he did that as a rookie coach. I understand he won championships and it changed the aura. But he did that before he had any hardware. He did. Let's see. Oh man, he sent me with all caps. Okay, let's see. Here is the difference. Phil Jackson and Pop are Hall of Fame coaches who actually had a legit game strategy. Darvin Scam is the biggest dummy ever to coach. We probably put this comment earlier, obviously, and I've touched on this a few times. But like I said, the difference between Phil and Pop, I spoke on that. I by no way, shape, or form am I labeling Darvin Ham on the same level as them. What I'm saying is the start of their coaching career, they had a lot of the same traits. Is all I'm trying to say. If anyone coached any sport, the head coach holds all the responsibilities because they're the coach that get any credit for success, period. If you don't know that, you never coach sports. Typically, the star players get all the credit for the most part. Coaches typically get all the blame. And star players like LeBron, all that stuff, depending on the base, catch it too. So it's kind of subjective. But I get what you mean. It should. The buck should stop with the head coach. It trickles downhill, right? The ownership, management, the coach, the star player, the coach's assistant, star player, role players, et cetera, et cetera. So I from a those on the court perspective, yeah, the head coach wears it. Absolutely. And I knew that every game I coached. I knew that everyone else that I know, this coach knows that. But for me, when we won, to me, it was all about the players. It was all about the players. They got out there and executed either what I put in or what they figured out. And when we lost, it was either I couldn't figure out how to stop the other team, or just didn't, one of those nights where shots didn't fall, right? So I get it. I always felt that when we lost, it was on me. And whenever we won, I always felt it's because my players got it done. I just always took that mentality into my coaching. Darvin is not taking accountability. He throws his players under the bus. You know what's funny about that, and this is what I want to touch on. This is a good talking point here. I want to touch on this because I heard a lot of times throughout the year where they were saying, "I want to see Darvin get in players' faces. I want to see Darvin call out some of these players. I want to see Darvin bench D'Lo." Darvin does all those things, and then people criticize him for it. Then they're like, "Okay, I want the players to finally get up and call out Darvin," and then a player does it, and they're like, "That's disrespectful and it's unprofessional." So again, what I'm saying is like the flip-flopping is what I keep talking about. Jeff, the difference is those coaches grew and learned from mistakes that made. Darvin did the same idiotic things he did last year. The team was unprepared. Players came out and blasted Darvin. I hear you. I'm not challenging that take, DJ Killer. I'm not. I think you're just falling into that bag of being those people that anything remotely close to saying that's close to complimenting anything that Darvin did, people take offense to. Is all I'm saying. That's been my point about this whole thing. I'm not disagreeing with you on it. My point is, if you go back and watch a lot of first and second year head coaches, Darvin Ham was out there acting like a second year head coach. He just was. And the difference is when you're sitting about talking about a Phil Jackson or a Greg Popovich or any of these guys in year 1.5 or year 2, like I said, the difference is they got the chance to continue on. Now, granted, they didn't lose their locker rooms, right? They didn't lose the fan base. So I get it. I totally get it. I'm not challenging your take. I'm just adding context to things. That's all I am doing. I feel like anytime I have a take that doesn't agree with everything being 100% Darvin Ham's fault, everyone just falls apart. But I have my own opinion. I have my own eyes. I have my own instincts. I have my own history of coaching and watching the game. Like, I'm entitled to my own opinion too. So I'm always going to give it. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think this clown's fired. Why aren't we discussing Pelinka's job on the line, bro? We have, and we should continue to. Chuckster said on Inside the NBA that he gets tired of people blaming coaches. Well, see, Chuck is hard to take at face value. He don't really watch the games, but Chuck also knows star players, and he also knows a lot, what goes on that doesn't make it, on air. People talk around the league, right? So, but at the same time, like, to sit here and say that, like I said, there are people say that Darvin should have been let go and this wasn't on Darvin. I disagree with that. I said Darvin definitely has his share of the blame. I've always said that. My thing is, this roster is flawed. The front office is flawed. Jeannie as an owner is flawed. And there are, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. What I mean is anything lesser than Dr. Jerry Buss was almost going to be viewed as a flaw. Anything less than Phil Jackson in a lot of Laker fans' eyes, or Pat Riley, was going to be seen as a flaw. Anyone less than Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson was going to be seen as a flaw. You get what I'm saying? That's just the reality of it. Like, it's tough to live up to. And so while Darvin, one, never got the chance to, two, never put himself in position to, and Jeannie, like I said, the situation, she was never fully intended to have this role. Her brother just botched it so bad that she had to boot him, and this is what ended up being, right? And you remember, it wasn't even Pelinka that was supposed to be the face. It was Magic, but then Magic dipped. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that have gone wrong that have led up to this. They got LeBron and they got a chip, but a lot of things have gone wrong because of instability within the actual Lakers organization. Now, I'm not saying these are bad people. I'm not talking ish about them personally. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying it's not working. And in their heart of hearts, they know that and they want to get it right. But I can say that without bashing them as people. Like, there are people going around the internet. I see, I'm laughing just bringing this up. But there's people going around the internet literally thinking that the Rambis family control the Lakers. Like, they have massive input. Like that Linda Rambis. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me. There are people who think that Linda Rambis has input on basketball decisions. like with a straight face, believe that. That's how bad these narratives are. Oh my God. Darvin completely mismanaged the roster. He let AD take a beating playing center. Vogel played him at center. Rui was iced out early in the season. Torian Prince started 51 games. I can go on. Rui was in and out of the lineup due to injuries. Never really got comfortable. Once he did, he got in the starting lineup and stayed there. Torian Prince, 51 games starter. That I have no defense for, nor would I try. And too many minutes for Torian Prince. Definitely. Let's see. He said hired Doc. No. If that's the case, 51 mil, we could build a squad there. We can build around AD and the young guys, get Valanciunas or trade for Adams, Bobo, and then Tobias Harris and Lowry. Not. If Bron leaves, and it's just AD and some guys like that, we're not winning nothing. Clippers need to give Tyrone a 6-year contract. Lakers don't need Tyronn Lue. How was Lue the answer? I'm not saying he's the answer. I'm just saying he might be, and he's not even available, right? So it sounds weird to say he might be the best guy of all the guys that were mentioned being linked to the Lakers. But I'm not saying he's the answer. I'm not convinced there is an answer in the coaching for the people out there that are currently available. Game planning is only part of coaching. You'd be able to coach in real time. That's a fact. Hope he coached Milwaukee. He probably goes back to Milwaukee, to be honest, because Giannis might want him back. Handy, proven to develop players. He's a very good developmental coach, but there were people like legitimately thinking that he should be the head coach, and that was wild. But like I said, Handy, there are a ton of very, very, very good player development guys out there. And if you pick your new head coach, he has the right to choose, who that is. Anybody other than Darvin. We get it. If it's JJ Redick, LeBron will prove he runs the Lakers. JJ, Ty Lue being a clutch client, I believe. We'll see. Nuggets philosophy. Run the 5-out motion, right? They run the 5-out. A lot of people hate the 5-out, but Denver runs the 5-out with motion. Let's see. These head coaches not making the dumb mistakes Darvin made. Those coaches aren't mismanaging the rosters. It's funny when you say that because you talk to my people that we talk Mavs. They talk about the same thing about Jason Kidd. You talk to Clipper fans, they say the same thing about Tyronn Lue. You go around the league and you talk to Phoenix fans, they say the same thing about Frank Vogel. But again, everyone lives under the purple and gold roof and they don't branch outside, so they don't hear the noise. Keep your ears to these NBA streets, my guys. Stotts and McMillan will make Lakers a defensive team. They would need to be a defensive team, but they almost seem like an offensive defensive coordinator, assistant coach style, to be honest with you, man. Coach JJ Redick with assistant coach Tom Alter. Let's see. Fofo says people will be laughing if you hire JJ, which is 60% might happen. Yeah, that's gonna be weird, man. But if it's JJ Redick, Bronny will be coming next. Yeah, if it's JJ Redick and Bronny, like, oh my God, like what? What is happening here, man? What is happening? Kawhi, is it true, Mr. Glass? Yeah, and it sucks, man. It sucks. Called Kawhi being out, man. I wish Russ went to Miami instead, man. Kawhi is the most annoying superstar ever. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you had to be too much of a betting man to be willing to put money on that. I've been saying that since 22. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I said. This season, like, I'm not surprised. It sucks. I feel bad, but I'm surprised they extended him, Shan, is what I'm surprised about. But I'm not surprised that he was actually out. But I'm surprised that they actually extended him. With that being the case, Dan Inspiration, what's up, my guy? Lakers also filed Hill Dandy. I don't get the move. They fired the whole staff. They want whoever they choose to be able to pick their own staff, which is you have to do to be able to get a head coach pretty much these days. Doesn't mean he can't come back though. Braun, Russ, and Jimmy are out at this point. My emotion taken out. I'm just watching to watch at this point. Also, you're a Braun, Russ, and Jimmy. You're a Russ and Jimmy fan, Shan? Interesting trio there. Okay, I said Kendrick. You got Kurt always putting mixed up. We got Kendrick. They put a 3. They're putting 3s. Come on, yo. Now Pandemic P can concentrate on his podcast. Palmdale P. They putting 3s. Here we go again. Come on, y'all ain't following directions, man. I hate this beep. At this point, it's just about who's throwing the lowest blow. I don't know how old you are, Shan. I have no idea. But this is what it is, man. This is what it is. And Anyone who came up in the 90s and not people who listened to the 90s after it happened, I'm talking about if you was actually listening to the radio or getting the Source magazine or copping those mixtapes when these came out, this is what it's about. Hip hop is a sport, and this is all part of it. The low blows is all part of it. What dirt can you get on the other person? It's like politics, man. You get out there and you do it. But I'll tell you this though, Drake, Drake can't take it to where Kendrick can take it. Now, Drake has the machine. He has all these different things behind him. He's got it, but when it comes to the actual culture and the sport of this thing, he's not Kendrick on any type of level, and neither are his ghostwriters. Salute, Festo. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you. I like to buy a vowel, says Search. 3 Lakers. Everybody's cheating the game here, man. Minnie will dominate Nuggets tomorrow. Dominate. Interesting, man. Interesting. Sweet Daddy Kool-Aid. What's going on, man? West Coast Kendrick. Hey, man. Kendrick is, that Meet the Grams, bro. He hit him with like, it was like Stanish meets, open letter meets, just aired him out. Like just, man. So every word was understood. Like this is, see, Drake was like, let's get out here and let's bounce and let's have some fun to diss track. He trying to take it to like the, like that approach, right? Kendrick's like, yo, come inside, sit down, have a drink, grab a smoke, sit back, relax, listen. And cerebral, man. And Drake has stepped in every trap that Kendrick has set. Kendrick has at least 10 to 12 records ready to go. He clearly knows Drake's agenda. He called it, said, I can see the angles. Drake has multiple people in his camp that are selling him out. That tells you a lot about Drake. And Drake was ready to drop one this morning. Kendrick beat him to it. Was probably the name of the one he was gonna. So if you listen to the Family Matters, the beginning of that song is basically the end of Push Ups when he flipped it there a little bit. So that one was already done, right? So it wasn't technically a response. And then he had to go in and kind of flip it again. And then when Kendrick knew that Drake was going to hit with the family stuff. So then Kendrick hit him right back with Meet the Grams and just obliterated and just said, it just came back over the top with what he did. So Drake in some trouble, man. Drake in some trouble. They both legends. I wish they just make records together. Legends for different reasons. On different reasons. It depends what type of fan you are. But like I said, I think they're both incredible artists. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, it just Kendrick is on a whole different level than most MCs. Is the firing of Ham an indication that we are still in the LeBron era timeline? We can have LeBron, but LeBron timeline should be over already. No, the firing of Ham is it didn't work, and Ham didn't get the job done. The whole city essentially turned on him. So no, that was that I don't believe was because of Braun. I don't think people can label Braun the coach killer in this situation. This was just brutal and absolutely had to be done. Let's see what else. I'm trying to catch up all these chats. Yo, Lemon Pepper Lou for coach. Oh man, no. Let's see. Shan says Lou looks disinterested. I don't know. Well, I don't blame him, man. His best 2 players are never there. Yeah, it's a fact. Podcast P after pandemic P, aka Palmdale P. Lou stayed with the Clippers. Lou is clutch. Clippers got no future. They need to blow that squad up. They do. J. Cole over Drake and Kendrick. Oh, God, no. God, no. God, no. Cole is not over. I might just name a J. Cole quotable, please, guys. Just one time for me. Dallas reminds me of the Lakers after the trade deadline. Pieces should have shook up their identity and plugged some holes. You talk about from last year? Yeah. And the thing is, they had those first round picks to give up. The Lakers didn't. And that's how they were able to get those pieces, man. Greg, what's up, man? What's good, Jeff? Ham should only be the first step. We need better support players and a good coach. Facts. I haven't seen so much anti-Ham since Ice Cube said no pork on my fork. That's hilarious, man. Rob his family, his job is safe. Yeah, Chris, I think that's my point. I think that's the thing that we were talking about, and that has to be addressed, right? These dudes, it's not going to be as easy for them to pull the plug on him for sure. Let's see. Happy birthday to KD. Facts. I know I'm late on these, man. Hit the like button. We're getting awesome Laker content from Jeff. Thank you, Fofo. Definitely hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Like I said, I know my takes aren't the same as everyone else's. I know I'm a little different on the ham stance. The ham stance? Yeah, the ham stance. From the standpoint of I just don't purely blame him for everything. He gets blamed. He is held accountable. But again, I just do not blame him for everything. And that just is what it is. I'm entitled to my opinion. I respect yours. Just keeping it what it is. The Russ trade derailed us. It absolutely did. Absolutely did. Been playing catch up ever since. Never trusted D'Lo. Quality Kev says, what I noticed about the internet is a lot of people choose what they want to hear rather than they analyze what's actually being said. Big difference. That's right, Quality Kev. And like I said, I've had so many people come at me crazy over these takes. And it's funny is the way they're coming at me. It's like they're not hearing what I'm saying at all. They're just hearing a portion of what they believe and just running with it. Savage, what's up, man? Jeff are a D'Lo believer still because I ain't never letting him fool me again. Yeah, at this point, it's gonna be tough to trust D'Lo, man. Bloodhound, what's up, man? I want an experienced coach this time around. No first-time coaches, says Bloodhound. I'm very interested to see which way they go there, Bloodhound. Phil Handy fired too. Yes, Anthony. Phil Handy was given his walking papers today as well. David from Nuggets and Micah from Wolves and Charles Lee from Boston Candidate should be fun. Yes. I would love JJ Redick as an assistant. Would feel like the 2020 coaching staff when we had Jason Kidd as an assistant, except Jason Kidd had coached 2 other teams before, right? JJ Redick has never even been an assistant. That's just it's gonna have to wait and see. He still might, Bloodhound. He still might. JJ and Rondo, I see as assistants. Charles Lee would have interest talking to, but he coached Bud Family Guy too. Yeah, that's true. Facts. Jeff, people can have a good basketball mind, but it needs to translate to coaching. I would love either Rondo or JJ as assistants. Absolutely. Clippers with Kawhi till he retires. It might be, man. It might. Flippers made their bed and it looks like bad in my humble opinion. Yeah, facts, Search. Tamika, Handy was basically laid off, fired simply because they got rid of the whole staff. Like they got rid of the whole staff. You know what I mean? And I think they're gonna go for something big here, man. Like I said, with the 3 picks they got, depending what they do with this coaching situation, like Phil Handy could be back, but I think they want it. I think they want it to be that next coach's choice, and it still might be. Definitely still might be. Trying to catch up here, y'all. Rodell, what's up, man? Ham has timeouts. Good for next year. That's funny. I prefer my coaches to not have been shot in that. Ooh, whoa. I said that earlier, man. I was like, man, can we please get a coach that doesn't have a bullet in his head, man? That sucks, but it is, man. Oh, Nets hired their coach at the right time. They did. He was going to be in demand. They absolutely did. Shan says Lakers should have drafted Lively. Lakers didn't. Lively got drafted before the Lakers picked. Shan, Hawkins Jr. got picked after, but Lively, the Lakers had Lively top of their list. Lively was not there when the Lakers drafted, though. Yeah, they never had a chance to draft him. What's up, Laker girl? Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe to Laker girl, man. She got a channel over there, man. Does good work. Appreciate you. Where was that? Here we go. Firing Ham doesn't fix all the problems. No, Bloodhound, it does not. And I've been saying that all season. I've been getting chased for that, man. Been getting chased at these YouTube streets and these Twitter streets and these Instagram streets. Apparently, I have a TikTok and in those streets too. But it's man, oh man, it's tough to be a person with an opinion in 2024, man. If you don't agree with the masses, they just come for you. Like, how dare you think for yourself, Jeffrey? How dare you? How dare you challenge the establishment? Patrick says, Jeff, if you're the Flippers GM, how would you handle the Kawhi problem? You just resign like Bob Myers and just resign? Well, their GM left to go run Washington. So it's Lawrence Frank there. And no, he's getting paid and they're not blaming him for it. So no, he's going to be there. I don't know what the Clippers do. That's going to be very interesting to see. Oh, whoa, man. Cuba hit me with all caps, too. What's going on today, man? Cuba says, go and get Bob Myers, man, says Cuba, and get rid of Pelinka. Also, Jeff, what do you think about the Drake and Kendrick disses? So I'm pretty sure you put that when I was talking out a little while ago. It's going to be really hard for the Lakers to get rid of Pelinka because the Kobe thing. But I would take Tim Connolly over Bob Myers, man, to be honest. But as far as the Kendrick and Drake, I think that it's great. I think it's been dope. I think Drake has held his own, but I got Kendrick leading right now because that AI one that has to be removed is a -1 for me. That's like losing a point in boxing. So the fact that Drake was trying to leak to his people that he was going to drop last night / this morning, Kendrick dropped his, pushed Drake back, Drake dropped, and then Kendrick had another one left to go, hit him with a combo. I got Kendrick winning right now, and Kendrick just obliterated him on that other one. Drake, everyone, the Drakeys, and we got Swifties, right? The Drakeys were celebrating, man. They were celebrating, man. The Drakeys were celebrating like Laker fans in 2019 when they thought they got Kawhi, and then Kawhi said, and that's what Kendrick did to Drake. That's exactly what he did right there, man. That was crazy. Kendrick winning the battle right now. Absolutely. Drake got cooked. He did. Wicked. He definitely did, man. What's up, BBL Drizzy Drake? Drake's track wasn't bad though, man. He you know what I mean? Especially when he got back at Ross. So now we're gonna get another track from Ross. But as far as a little inside here, man, there's more wild cards coming in here, man. And y'all can talk. My dude, Coach Joe, man, y'all know him on Twitter over there as Coach Joe, man. He got the receipts of me telling him what was coming, man. I'm telling you, Kendrick knows everything in Drake's game plan. Every single thing in Drake's game plan. All right. And there's a massive wild card in this that could still be played. And if it does, it's going to break the internet. Break the internet. And I'm not talking about him saying that he had a daughter. He dropped that today. There is a break the internet moment coming if Kendrick chooses to use it. Oh my God. And this is gonna go for a bit. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun. It's gonna go because Drake got that foolish pride. You know, I've been telling y'all about foolish pride. The foolish pride people will keep coming at you, even though they're getting destroyed. And then it just instead of just ducking out gracefully and chilling for a minute, late till the heat dies down and going back to your business, they keep going and just digging a bigger hole. And that's what foolish pride is. And that's exactly what Kendrick is doing to Drake. Exactly what he is doing. And if you go back and you listen to every Kendrick joint, the one before he releases, right? So if the one that was released and then he drops a new one, go back and listen to the other one and then this one, and it all comes together. All right, all of it comes together. Have you play? Have you ever that the OVO worked for me? Like it all is lining up, man. It's all lining up, and the line about talking about how the people close to him are saying he deserves it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it speaks on him as a terrible person, right? So it's like Kendrick is hitting him with everything that he's got backup and facts on, while Drake is making assumptions and just putting things out there. But I'll tell you this though, that line that I think went over a lot of people's heads is when he said that put the money in the streets and basically got no receipt. So Drake is out there trying to buy information off Kendrick, and there's nothing to buy because Kendrick is just at home chilling. So when he says, I'm sorry, my life is boring, what he's basically saying is you can't get intel on me because I don't got no dirt. You know what I mean? So then Drake is out here trying to find whatever he can, just scratching and clawing, and he's not going to be able to get nowhere near the dirt that Kendrick can get on Drake, or that Kendrick already has on Drake. And Kendrick has so many records. Kendrick has been plotting this for over a year, y'all. He's just been sitting back and waiting. And and when like that drop, it's just a whole masterclass right now. And the thing about Drake is Drake is of the social media world, right? So him is always instant gratification. The people need it now. The people need it now. The people need it now. So Drake is always going to rush, and he's going to make mistakes because he's in a rush. Where Kendrick is going to take his time, be methodical. Everything is on schedule, on plan, and he's going to set traps for Drake, and Drake is going to continually step in it, and then Kendrick's just going to come right over the top. And every single time you think Drake got him, oh man, Drake just, and then Kendrick will be, he going to fire right back. Rapido. Like he going to get him. And I'm telling you, he's got so much lined up. It's not even funny. You couldn't even listen to the new Drake song twice before Doc came out with that clap back. Yep. And let me tell you too, this is going over people's heads, y'all. Man, wow. See, Empire Jeff TV, we got you over here, man. It's going over people's heads, y'all. Why do you think Rick Ross was able to respond so quick? Why do you think? So check it. Kendrick purposely delayed his response to Drake so Drake can mock him about how long it took him to respond. So then Kendrick can just unleash rapid fire at him and then make Drake take forever to respond, because he's making Drake's writers have to rewrite stuff. That causes delays. You see what I'm saying? He's using his own tactics against him. The 616 in LA, that's a Drake move. You know what time in LA was coming. Kendrick beat him to it. Then Drake's forced to drop his Haymaker track, Family Matters, earlier than he wanted to because Kendrick wanted him to. And then Kendrick already had his rebuttal to that ready to go. Freaking brilliant, man. Come on, man. It's chestnut checkers. Come on, man. I don't just understand CBA around here. Y'all know, y'all listen to the show long enough. You know the hip hop's my thing too. Y'all know it. I'm tired of people going on about Genie lean on Braun. It's just a moment, not a torrid love affair. Yeah, that was crazy. That's just how Genie is, man. Like, if anyone's ever seen Genie, like Genie's just a very very loving, affectionate, emotional person. Like, that's just how she is. I've seen Genie do that with fans. You know what I mean? Like Genie's just very loving like that. There are many people who praises how good Presti is at GM, but how many banners has he in OKC? Well, mainly because it's not a free agent destination. You know what I mean? But if Presti was in a Presti reminds me a lot of Andrew Friedman and the Dodgers, how he was great in Tampa Bay, but just didn't have the market or the organization to really live out, his true potential. And then when he came to the Dodgers, there it was. Sam Presti needs to go to like the Lakers, the Knicks, the Clippers, or the Phoenix Suns. These guys were like big pockets, not the Lakers, but from a big pockets perspective, but a big market or big pockets. And I think that's when you really would see the greatness of Sam Presti. What was the real reason Magic dipped? Felt so abrupt. Magic just didn't see the point in staying. Magic was like, he said it, like, I don't have to do this. Like, I don't need a job. Like, I'm an owner. I have businesses. I have things I'm running. I came here to help this. Him and Rob kind of had some issues. He wasn't really getting all the credit he was deserving, felt he was deserving. He was getting bashed, and then Magic wasn't there for that. Magic was there, for the credit. He got LeBron there. He did his job. And then, when he wasn't being, they weren't kissing the ring, Magic wasn't going to stick around for that. Savage is Jeff. Magic can offer D'Lo $19 million, but that's all their cap. Do you think they trade 18 and 12 to 13 million so they can trade for D'Lo and sign a trade? Orlando can offer a lot more than that. Magic. Orlando can get up to about $60 million almost in payroll. You're looking at what they have currently available prior to their cap holds. When they get rid of those cap holds, if they choose to not use some of them, they could get D'Lo up to 30 million easy. Now that depends if they want to take it there. OKC can get the D'Lo money. Philly can get to really good D'Lo money. The Spurs, if they want to, can get to really good D'Lo money. So the thing is, what comes down to it is, do they want to use that space or do they want to trade in the space, right? And that's what it comes down to. So Orlando, that's just very, very small number. That's if Orlando does nothing. If they keep all their players, they have 19 million, but they're not going to keep everybody. So Orlando has a path to get to 60 million. They may not get to 60 million, but they're definitely getting to at least 30 for sure. Craving says, hope we get Myers in replace of Pelinka. At least he has won the chip. Pelinka won a chip, bro. Let's see. We just need to chill and wait and see. East is trash. ASF. Yeah. East is hurting. Magic Johnson, by the way, not the team. No, I got you. Let's see. Almost every fan base complains about their coaches when they don't win. Facts. Lakers just need a coach who will hold every player accountable, including AD and especially Bron. I will put my money on Rondo, and that's what I'm saying. The funny thing is when Darvin Ham tried to come out and hold people accountable in the media like other coaches do, he got blasted for it. That's what I'm saying. Who will you sign this summer, Jeff? If you replace Pelinka, if it was me, I would sign. Like I said, I keep saying I would go with Connolly. Connolly would be my choice over Myers, just for a simple fact that he's done it with two teams. And like I said, I think Myers gets some credit for stuff that might not necessarily have been like his moves. Laker girl, what's up? I was going to do a panel earlier tonight, but it's already coming up on 2 hours a little bit. So I'm probably going to shut it down in a bit. But if you want to pull up next time I do a show, I got you. Sorry. Man, I hate telling you no. It's not really telling you no. It's just, I'm going to dip in a bit. That's all. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you though. Let's see. Jeff, what 5 artists that people shouldn't want to diss? I don't know about shouldn't want to, because I don't think you should be afraid of anyone, especially as an MC. If you feel you got to let it fly. But obviously, if there's ones who do it, like there's ones that you don't really want to play with too much. In a lot of cases, Drake, because like I said, he's got the machine. Meek Mill learned that. Some other guys learned that, but he's gonna lose to the rapidy rap dudes. He's gonna lose to those dudes who really rap, really rap, and not just like. But like I said, that's why he lost to Pusha T. It's why he's gonna lose to Kendrick, right? There's certain dudes like that you kind of wanna like stay away from to a certain extent. Like someone like a 50 Cent. Like he's not the most lyrical dudes out there, but his machine and his creativity and his clowning and his joking and tearing you to shreds. I know 50 don't rap like that really anymore, but I'm talking about like of his era. Like he was one of those guys you didn't want to mess with. Someone like a Beanie Siegel, a Jadakiss, a Jay-Z, a Nas, of those eras. But all those dudes just did that. This is what they did. As you in today's day and age, there's not a lot of those guys anymore. Kendrick is one. Drake, to a certain extent, is another. Cole should be one, but he's not. Pusha T is definitely one of them. And there's a lot of dudes out there that are like that are really, really great at this. But the problem is they're not top 40 guys, or they're not like major record selling guys. So the average people don't know about them. But this was old hat. This was routine in 90s through like mid 2000s. This was routine. Rap battles have fallen off tremendously since. To be honest, the Chris Brown and damn it, Chris Brown and Quavo, that one was that one went like that was a good one, and that one's still going too. Wait. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Lakers should definitely focus on rebuilding rather than retooling. Nearly all of our resources are exhausted. Facts. Try to catch up to these real quick. If we get 100 likes, you have to leak Magic Johnson's phone number. I will have Magic Johnson's phone number, man. I wish I did. That'd be crazy. When you don't want to drop that comment on that, right? That's funny. He's like, give it up. Magic is your source. I don't have Magic Johnson's phone number, man. I wish I did. That would be a blessing. This rap battle has been fun. Didn't think Kendrick would respond this quickly. Bloodhound. He's got tons of it ready. Tons of it. Y'all know, like, I ran an independent record label in LA for 10 years, right? You know what I mean? I'm a guy of many resources and sources. You know what I mean? Sports, music. I don't have it really much in acting, like when it comes to I like movies. I know some actors, but like nothing like the music and the sports side. But yeah, man. I said that you could ask people, because I'm not talking. I'm just not talking to talk. I've got people who can back me up on this. And watch, like I'm telling you, there's a wild card here, y'all. That oh my god, like oh my god. It says Saucy Santana. What's up, Lovebird? What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see. Kendrick winning the battle. Kendrick is definitely winning the battle right now. Ham should do a diss track to Laker. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Who do you think J. Cole let off right away? Would have been crazy to see that battle. Why do I think? It's because he knows. Once he found out and got word what Kendrick had in the bag, once he found out how many people were turning on Drake, once he found out how can I say this? Don't be so don't leave the option off the table that Cole is leaking stuff to Kendrick. Don't leave that off the table. YouTuber, I appreciate it. No doubt. Let's see. Jeff, have you heard about the Pat Bev news lately? First throwing the ball to the fan courtside twice. Second, being rude to a media member because she didn't subscribe to his podcast. Yeah, super dope clown. I'm a super duper clown, man. Appreciate you, big baby. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. It's okay. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Sorry. If you would have asked like an hour ago, like a girl, I would have let you on. But I'm getting ready to dip, man. I'm gonna go listen to these beefs again. I'm gonna go all the way back to like that. I'm gonna run through all. I'm still excited over that. I had to jump. So again, man, I was out with family. My sister was in town because some family stuff. So my sister was in town. She flies out tomorrow. So had some dinner with her. You had the Darvin Ham break earlier. You had the Kendrick track leak earlier. Dinner with my family. I was planning to come home and do the Darvin video, talk lightly about the Kendrick one. Then Drake drops. Then Kendrick drops again. I'm like, there's so much going on tonight, man. But I still wanted to make the commitment to come up here and kick it with y'all, man. So I greatly appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like on this video, guys, though. Come on, man. Friday night out here rocking with y'all. 46 likes on the video. We need a little bit more than that, man. Subscribe to the channel, too, if you have not done so already. We would greatly appreciate it, man. I'm trying to catch up to all these here. Stay up. What's up? The game 300 bars and running. That one went. Yeah, that one definitely went. He killed Junior with that one. He went in like, see, that battle was a unique one. Game, man. Those who know me and have known me for ever since Game was on G Unit, man. I could do a whole episode on this, man. I could do a whole. Matter of fact, I might. I'm gonna leave the game stuff alone right now. Those who know me know how I feel about game, man. Magic cured A's with cash. South Park episode. Jeff, have you heard about the saying you have to be crazy to coach in the NBA? It is really the pressure being the NBA coach. It is, especially, and then add that being a Lakers coach, man. Well, yeah, man, that one was. Whew. Curtis Fair said, Jeff, why didn't you tell us you had Cookie Johnson's phone number? I don't have Cookie's phone number nor Magic's phone number. I don't have anything within the Lakers organization. Nothing. I don't have anyone that works for the Lakers organization at all. I actually have more people on the Clippers side than the Lakers side. However, my media people, I can say this because I said it before. My agency people, and people within the league. Like I have that. I don't have a single person I can reach out to that gets a check from the Los Angeles Lakers. Nobody. Oh yeah, appreciate you, Serge. He said, "Who's the wild card?" Man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you, if it happens, when it happens, you're gonna know exactly that it's the wild card. You're gonna be like, "Oh my god, like it's gonna be nuts." Maybe K-Dot got in a phone call with Cole telling him stay out of the war, homie. No, no, no. It was he saw the how can I phrase this? He knew the nukes that were already greenlit to fire, and he wanted no part of it. I'm good. Check, please. He was gone. He was out. I wish Prime M got into a rap battle with someone on his level. He dissed MGK, which was an easy target. Yeah, just no one really of no one any of any major credit has really stepped to him of late, right? It's either has-beens or no one who's currently popping would dare do that. It's usually has-beens, people who want to get their name in something. Just be ready for that wild card though. Let's see. Hoodrich, Pablo Juan is the greatest rapper alive. Top 5 dead or alive. Oh man, but yeah, I'm hyped for this, man. Like I said, I grew up with hip hop as an actual sport. You know what I'm saying? When people had to sell records, when people had to battle out in the magazines, when people had to battle it out on the talk shows, they had to go on the radio stations, had to do all this. Couldn't hide on the internet behind social media and make sure everything was perfect and try to cover up your mistakes and have all this stuff and have the internet scrubbed and have AI bots out there and Twitter bots out there buying streams, all this different stuff. Like dudes didn't have to deal with any of that, man. They just stepped in the booth. They talked, they put it on wax, they went at each other, and that was it. Kendrick is of that ilk. Kendrick is of that era culturally. Drake is not. And what's going on right now is of that era. Kendrick is built for that. Drake is not. Drake will drag this out. He gonna have some fun with it. Like he's gonna get out there because, like I said, foolish pride. But he can't beat him. Skill matters. Ain't about how many streams you got, how many subscribers, followers. It ain't about that. Because at the end of the day, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant lost to Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, those numbers don't mean nothing when you're between those lines. In anything. Better is better. And Drake could be the biggest star in hip hop right now, but he's not better than Kendrick. He's just a bigger star, more known. But now you don't see Kendrick trying to enter into Drake's world making hits, even though Kendrick got hits. Drake is trying to enter into his world. Here's the thing. Them dudes who don't want to get dirty need to stay out the mud, man. Stay out the mud. I think Cole was smart enough to not get in Drake's machine and that's tenacity. Yep. Lupe and Royce was getting beef low key. Yeah, I see Royce is nasty though, bro. Nasty. Royce is, oh my God. Lil Wayne may be the wild card. Um, did you guys listen to the night? Did you see? That's the thing. I think a lot of people are in a rush to get to the internet when I'm not saying you Lakers all day don't. I'm saying in general. A lot of people are in a rush to get to the internet and the stuff that they catch, but they don't really put the bars together. They take one line and think that's it, but it's not how it goes. And it's there's a wild card that's going to lead to wild cards. So stick with me. Let's see. Royce dropped the banger on Lupe. Yeah, Royce is nasty, bro. Yeah, he's nasty. Lakers 238. Do you think Rob Pelinka can go after Phil Handy for the head coaching job? Can he? Yes, but I don't think he will. Bad Boy Street Team covering up stuff these days. Bad Boy Street Team. Man, I remember that was a thing. Jeff is a rare voice in these Laker channels. Just gives you an authentic Laker honesty. Very special. Hey, thank you, Serge. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. In the spirit of hip hop, man, you all appreciate it. Pusha T might be the wild card. Remember what I said? Wild card will lead to wild cards. And if it goes cards, y'all, this might be this could turn. This has potential to turn into something that we've never seen before. It truly does. It truly does. And that big three line is the root of it, right? So this has a chance to turn into something that we've never seen before. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about if it sets off. Exactly if it sets off. He said Will Smith. Oh my God, I can't. If fans feel for Harden, just know he probably at a Dallas club right now. You're right, Shan. Laurie Marketing for the Lakers. That would be interesting, but I'm not convinced that Utah's moving him anymore. I think they may look to add. Jordan Lucas is dope. Super dope. Please, we need Laurie, not Trae Young. I do not want Trae Young, bro. Do not want Trae Young. Joyner Lucas is mid. I like his storytelling, but lacks lyrical diversity. Oh man, Joyner. Well, have you been listening to Joyner since he first came out? And that Devil's work was whoo. But yeah, but he's got especially some of the stuff that never really came out. So Joyner got bars. He absolutely got bars. There's no doubt about it. But I'm just excited for this beat stuff, man. Because like I hope it don't like what I don't want to do is have it spill over to the actual street. I don't think it really will. But the difference between the era back in the day and now is that. But Kendrick is just a beast, bro. He's just Kendrick got skill sets that we've never seen before. I just don't like Joyner's brag rap ish. I love his storytelling, but some of his ish kind of comes off corny. Respect the fact. Yeah. No, I get you. His storytelling, when he wants to do it, he can do it. Yeah, but when you're trying to find kind of your lane, right, Shan? And I've worked with artists that had all the lyrical ability in the world, but just no one cared because they're like, okay, we've heard that you could rap. You're just rapping, right? It's really hard for those dudes who could rap their asses off. It's hard. And I've seen so many. Like I don't know what type of rap y'all like. I don't know what type of rap y'all into. I don't know what type of style. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? So that comes down to it too. Like there's dudes that have Drake as their favorite rapper. There's dudes who have Kendrick as their favorite rapper. There's dudes who have Cole as their favorite rapper. And they like styles compared to their favorite rapper, right? So to me, I'm very diverse. And certain people that are just like Drakeys, right? They don't really like the old stuff. They're like, it doesn't sell. To them, if you don't sell, you're not relevant. If you don't sell. So it's like that never made sense to me because hip hop is a sport. It'd be like saying if Wembanyama is the best player in the league in year 3, but he's still on his rookie contract, that he can't be the best player in the league because of what he's paid at. You get what I'm saying? So it's like to say that Kendrick can't beat Drake because he doesn't sell the records he sells is foolish. Because at the end of the day, you're not talking about the sport of it. You're not, and that's what this is about. That's exactly what this is about. And that's why Kendrick's going to win. Watch M Drop Forever 2 featuring Kendrick, Drake, and Cole in his upcoming album. Na, 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 na. If we want PG, Kyrie is the one, but we cannot get him. So go for size. And yeah, we're not getting Kyrie. That's over. Don't no one tell Lakers all day that, man, because I don't want to mess up his night to where he can't sleep. You know what I mean? How was the Nas versus ZB from real time? Oh my God, quality Kev. Oh my God. The first time I heard H to the Omo, which was the first one, and then you obviously Ether, and then Takeover, and then Super Ugly, and man, when he did that, took that, woke up this morning, got yourself, oh man, but more in common, get it? More in common, man. Me and the boy AI got more in common than just bowling and rhyming. Get it? More in common. Woo! You on the seat, let cuddles on your baby seat. Woo! Oh my God, he was killing it, man. But Jay, that's what I'm saying. Like that beef was so much closer than people think. People hear Ether and think that was it, but it was such a good back and forth. It was so fun, and like Takeover was such a massive hit. And the Summer Jam thing, Ether was ridiculous, just incredible. H to the Omo, like the first one that sets it off, right? And then the Super Ugly joint, and then it just man, to hear like I said, the airwaves, and it was just a different vibe, man. It was a different era, a different vibe. It was fun. I never really picked a side in that one because I love them both, but I just kept waiting for more dope stuff, right? Like I like Kendrick as an artist better than Drake, but I can listen to Drake. I like Drake. I got no problem with Drake. But to me, there's no way Drake stands a chance in this, right? And that Nas and Jay, there was a point where it's like, even when he dropped Ether, because Jay's clowning. See, Jay took it to a whole different level. He was clowning and joking, right? When he did Takeover and he was doing it, and then like Jay's approach to it was so brilliant because he couldn't go the aggression way that Nas went because Nas cornered that. So those two knew each other, so like they knew the same circle. Like there's so much intel there they could get, and I just kept hoping and waiting for just bang, 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 bang. And that's what we're waiting on in this one. The problem is that it's lyrically, not just hit for hit, but lyrically, Nas and Jay are heavy hitters. Drake is not a lyrical heavy hitter. That's why this isn't the same. You know what I mean? But Kendrick is. Let's see. I bump everything used to be on that I used to be with. The only one I rock was the real rap crowd. Yeah, man, I'm a hip hop head, man. I hope someone disses Jimmy Fallon on the Black Thought enters this. Oh man, Black Thought. Oh, Black Thought. Woo, nasty work, that boy. Oh my God. Do we feel these new genre of hoopers aren't being promoted enough? You slowly see it in the commercials, but the league don't do it enough. Yeah, maybe, but it's because Bron is still in the league, KD's still in the league, Steph's still in the league. Still heavyweight draws. I think you'll see it when these guys start to fade off, and when Wembanyama starts to kind of take off, then maybe that kind of pull the younger guys up. You're gonna have Ant starting to come into his zone there. I think you're gonna start to see it a little bit more. You remember that Lonzo and Kuz diss track battle? Yeah, that was stupid. I like J. Cole and Joyner Lucas, Fabulous, Ace Hood. Fab, I love Fab, man. Fab just ain't never dropped that classic album, man. But Fab, the Soul tapes are classic. Those are classic mixtapes. But Fab needed that classic album, man. J. Cole, I like J. Cole. I like Joyner Lucas. I Ace Hood on him, but Fab, man, Fab should have had a classic album, man. That drives me nuts. This is all going to end with a sonogram of Fetus with Drake claiming he knocked up Whitney. Oh my God. My homie Kyrie had LBJ go crazy about Kyrie shot. Yeah, man. Man. Kyrie at 30, he did, man. He did. Unfortunately, I heard the Clippers will extend Ty Lue's contract. Yeah, Rons, I think that's going to happen. Quality Cat says, who's winning game 7? I'm going for Magic because I picked 3 upsets in the first round. I picked Indy, Dallas, and Orlando. And I'm 1 win away from getting the 3-game parlay upset, 3 series parlay upset, man. So come on, root for Orlando, y'all. Root for Orlando. I like Drake when he raps. I like rappers that has lyrics. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, man, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night, guys. I gotta get up early tomorrow, so I appreciate spending some time with y'all. I'm gonna listen to some of these tracks again and then lay it down. So y'all can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that, man. So do me a favor and drop a like on the video on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I greatly appreciate y'all spending time tonight, man. Lakers fire Darvin Ham. The Clippers lose. Kendrick and Drake go dummy tonight, man. Dodgers win in walk-off fashion. Man. What a great day in LA today, man. So I appreciate y'all for spending your time with me. You have a great rest of your night. You have a very good Saturday, man. Stay safe, have fun, and just have fun, man. Just have fun. I would disagree with your takes on Drake, but it's all good. Yeah, that's cool. That's Shan. That's what I love, man. Just being able to talk to people. It interests me how people see things differently. I'm not that type. You can disagree with me all day long, and it will never hurt my feelings. You get what I'm saying? I'm just not wired that way. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. You know what I mean? I think it leaves room for conversation, and I love that. So you could disagree with literally everything I say, and I wouldn't hold you any differently. I wouldn't look at you differently. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't operate like that. I'm not. I'm just not like that. Detox, nah, man, that's hilarious. All disagreements, difference of opinions. I'm cool with all that. All I ask is I will always respect other people's opinions. I just ask that mine be respected the same. That's all. So again, appreciate y'all. I will catch you guys probably sometime tomorrow. Y'all have a safe Saturday. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Real quick. We got hit with a super chat on the way out, man. Darren, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate just because Search is here. Damn, Search, see, Search. I appreciate you, man. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for that. I know you don't know me. You're here for Search, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And Search, thank you for bringing quality people into the familia over here, man. So damn, thank you, Darren. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel because of Search. I greatly appreciate it, man. And again, let's see. Oh yeah, Bob, Shan, you absolutely have to remove the emotion from it, bro. Just have fun with it. Embrace the good, the bad, the ugly, and just have fun. It's a lot easier that way. Appreciate y'all. Catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe.